We are joined now by NFL analyst Tim Hasselbeck at the Ford Explorer touchscreen. So now that LeBron is Ring James and he has his long-awaited first title, he had more pressure than anybody in sports to win a championship, Tim. But let's get to the NFL guys. I want you to rank your top 5 guys in terms of pressure to deliver their first title. I notice you have all quarterbacks here for some reason.
Well,
right?
Usually that's how quarterbacks are defined, and that's why
true.
when I was making up the list, they did end up all being quarterbacks. At number 5, a guy who, you talk about LeBron James being criticized and under the microscope. I don't know if there's another quarterback under the microscope as much as Mark Sanchez. Remember, his backup just had a press conference, so a lot of pressure in New York for Mark Sanchez. At number 4, I'm going to take a look at Joe Flacco, who's had success in the postseason, but he doesn't seem to get the credit that he probably deserves. Everyone wants to talk about that Ravens defense, but Joe Flacco, a guy who wants a new contract and has played well, but a little something to put him over the edge, that would be there. Now, I think in the top 3 is a different segment of guys that really just need to have the ring to be in the same discussion with a guy like Aaron Rodgers, someone like that. And so I'm going to go with Tony Romo at number 3. From a statistical standpoint, really the most decorated Cowboys quarterback of all time, but he doesn't have a Super Bowl ring. Then Jay Cutler, another guy who I think, talent off the charts, but, the leadership, side of it. Can he win the big one? That type of thing. And then number 1, Phillip Rivers. To me, I think Phillip Rivers can be as good as any quarterback in the National Football League. But if you don't have that ring, you're never going to be talked about in the same way that people talk about Drew Brees or they talk about Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady or Peyton Manning. So Phillip Rivers, to me, I think is a guy who's under the most pressure. And then you think about his draft class, Eli Manning, Ben Roethlisberger. A lot of pressure for Phillip Rivers when you think about where he was drafted and the guys he was drafted in that same year.
Do you think that he's viewed in the same context as a Peyton Manning was when he was awaiting his first ring, or as Elway was when he was going after his first ring, though? Any of these guys?
No, I don't think any of these guys are. I think expectations are high for all these guys, but I don't know that any of them are dealing with the expectations that Peyton was dealing with or that John Elway was dealing with, quite honestly.
And I noticed that you left little brother off.
For some reason, they have to get every segment I'm on SportsCenter, Matthew's got to be in the mix somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, is there an ulterior motive? You don't want to apply the pressure? You should have put him right at the top.
Jake Locker's not on here anywhere, so I figured that was good, right?